What is going on, buddy?
Hello.
It is Pixar's here, and welcome back to Paranormasight. When we left off, it's hell around here.
We found
everything's gone crazy. The body of this guy has been found.
I had a feeling that there was someone dead in here.
Yeah.
Because like no one responding and all that. That's such a
there was something that was going on in here.
Yes.
Of course, it's a dead body. Window. Anything about the window?
Ooh.
With the window storm shutter closed, no lights get in here at all. It's pitch black. Neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. Okay, cool. Anything new about the newspaper cutouts before we go look at the body? Best to put all these photos that must have been obsessed with Nejima. I've had some relation to Nejima's victim, so perhaps it was the opposite.
The opposite?
What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration?
But then
What indeed? Did I see it disappear for a second there? No, okay. Old books.
Ooh.
Old books scattered about everywhere. Wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'd be a pain to look through all these. Save them for later. We can take a look around.
Read every single book before proceeding.
Well, let's then look at the corpse with your mangled arm. There's nothing around to confirm his identity. But by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? I did a criminal record, so I assumed he would have had a respectable occupation.
Is this what a curse does to a person?
Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. Don't get any ideas.
It's amazing.
What? Oh God.
No.
I'm watching you. Could you not speak up that loud? Cruel is what it is. Okay, now the books? What do you say, Chief? Let me look through if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. It's a book on Western black magic.
Oh.
These same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'll call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You'd think the Iwai guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? A bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever was, they were serious about this. It doesn't look like you've to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I'm holding one.
But why would he be studying black magic?
According to the tales, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous.
Resurrection? Like the rite?
I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. Fascinating. More about the books.
Oh.
What is it? This book is a journal. It's probably Iwai's. A journal.
Oh boy.
It's very surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone.
Oh my god.
I had to respond to whatever happened on the screen, so I just fucking went with it. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, wow. Now this is something. What is it? What did he write? Don't fucking jump scare me like that. That's quite the find. Let me give you a summary. Cliff notes. So, this Kankichiro Iwai fellow, you've been searching for a spell to restore youth for years.
So he was into black magic from the start.
He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already he was getting fun enough to acquire his grimoire. You don't say. That's starting to sound kind of familiar. But first...
Oh.
Let's find out.
No, that's Victor, that's Victor.
Oh, but first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the books when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence.
You gotta look at the name.
Likely not a coincidence. It seems like Iwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nejima of all people? There was a time when students were itching to rebel, anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai had been collecting these photos ever since that time.
Ugh.
And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact.
God, look at his face.
That is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think I've ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. Because we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yep, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Well, now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think? No way. Are you saying? That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. They were attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh boy.
So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests.
Oh.
I mean, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but I had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did this all for some hokey pokey resurrection. Shit, resurrection. What did I do? Hokey pokey. Yeah, yeah, that's the same. Shit, resurrection. Means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Yeah. Damn. That's it. That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now.
What? What is it?
So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby.
A baby?
It was a girl, looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so sick and weakly.
Weak and sickly.
Fuck. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So, was Nejima the father? He told us he'd found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned?
I've heard of parents threatening to leave their children under a bridge is a threat, but to think it really happened. Nah, I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found in not stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent.
What?
Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind. It's starting to sound more likely now? Well, I'm sure it isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant.
Goodness. That's horrific.
He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I for one never believed that man would just take a baby he found under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick.
Stay strong, man. This is hard to hear.
Just a little bit.
Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. But run on speculation back then. Now this whole resurrection magic is coming to play. We should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory. But my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, the sea spy is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a cursed stone suggests he has an interest in the right of resurrection. Damn, you're right. I never was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
Chief Inspector.
Yeah?
What happened to the child?
Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Damn.
I don't try. There's someone around here that's going to turn out to be the daughter.
Yeah.
One of our friends here that we play as and know us all the time is going to be... Let's see if we can find anyone that's... See if we can find anyone that's roughly around like the... Oh boy, we don't have really ages. But like if you think about people around the 20-year-old spectrum, you know, there's the Yoko. Could be in that range there. Let's keep going around. Could be Yako. Can't really call it out.
Yako's a teenager, though.
Well, they're both in like
20-ish.
Well, it could have been Michio. Who knows? I'm running out of suspects over here. Could be Ayame, because she's around college
she's
age,
a college
university
student.
student.
That'd be interesting.
could be a way to... It's definitely not you. No. All right.
It's the storyteller. He's the...
Yame seems to be like the number one potential possibility when you think of age range 20 years ago. That could be something there. I don't know. Old books again.
Or they won't come up at all, or there'll be a new character.
Well, there could be a new character. Don't mean to reveal the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal.
Oh.
You know, Iwai had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right, he thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this.
What?
This one and only queen and chairwoman of Hikaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hikaku Soaps?
So that's where this leads.
Yeah, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hikaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived.
Oh my god.
And she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She's mainly investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like.
Wow.
So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. She presumably funded his research into Rite of Resurrection as well. It's what all it points towards. Wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hikaku pounced at the rumors of the Rite of Resurrection. It's starting to sound likely.
Yep.
It might also be why she spread the rumor about having godly powers. The convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's that all about? Oh, don't fucking ask you. You can ignore that.
You can ignore it.
Anyway, I think he took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. The Shiraisi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiki, were just as unlucky marks. Toshiko were just as unlucky marks. Fuck. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am?
Huh? This has something to do with me?
What you getting at, buddy? Just spit it out.
What are you talking about?
Ma'am, please calm down. Iwai moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed to sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting a life force from someone young. Oh boy.
So it was Iwai, this man.
Iwai worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. That's why she was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time? Fuck! You got it. Iwai kidnapped Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't do that. You're telling me then that the horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child. And yeah, she's losing it.
I thought that might have been a reason why the kidnappers seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money.
Yeah.
Same as to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. You must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses, then kidnapped him on his way back home.
That man, he took Shuichi.
That's a face.
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.
Oh, she's gonna
Ma'am, please calm down and understand, but you must remember to breathe.
You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid idea from a stupid little man.
Okay, ma'am, let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air?
I can't believe this. This is... Ugh.
Oh boy. I had a feeling we shouldn't bring a normal woman around with us, but I think it's best we take our leave.
Yeah, get out
Before
of
we
here.
go, there's one more important piece of information noted in this journal. No. I got in contact with Nejima last year. Nejima was released on parole. Brought him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in.
Oh.
Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, seemed most went to Nejima instead. Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment. Probably in that hideout. Did you read where it is?
Ugh.
Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell.
That would be dumb if he did.
But it seems Michio knew where it was. She had met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait, no, she's alive. That's right. Michio Araishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you.
Why are you doing that pose?
I should be going. Lady's not well.
No, she's not.
I had one more fucking question. God damn it.
She just learned that there was no way to save her son at all.
Alright, so this will all be updated with the fact that, oh boy, he was in... That's a lot. I'm not going through all that, but we know the whole gist now that he was involved in the kidnapping of the son and all that, and oh boy.
Random person and the people.
Random person
There's
1 and
two.
random person 2.
There's 2.
It's been better another week on some fresh air, ma'am.
I'm fine. Are you?
Press X to doubt.
Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits.
You managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here.
You're right. But Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio.
Because she killed the kidnapper?
There's that too. But it's for something else.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear this.
If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're not understanding anything that's happening here, are you?
Soul dregs, I mean.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, Richter,
Yes?
whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. If anything, she's more hell-bent on it now.
Oh, fuck.
So, I'm counting on you.
You need to be out of this, please.
Nope.
Fuck.
You're already being paid.
Oh no, I should have never gotten involved in this nonsense. Oh my god, there's more. Well, you know what? Let's go back into the beginning of the day over here. Let the girls talk to... Hideki Araishi. Alright.
Right since the inception of this whole affair, Yako and Mio decided to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araishi. Find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurokikyo Cafe.
Let's go. Okay, let's go to the cafe then. Hey, buddy.
Buddy, 12 p.m.
Only got a few hours left before death.
Kurokikyo.
What a nice little... There's a sticker on the wall.
There is a sticker.
That's a very obvious sticker whenever I can look around. I'll just have to talk normal. I don't remember what this thing was, but...
Yeah.
You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that.
We know. It'll be okay.
So, what'd you want to ask me? Well, look at the wall. There's a sticker over there. Sticker.
Oh! They're
Cool.
little sparrows.
Anything inside?
I'm guessing this is Yako?
Yes, this is Yako's.
Cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting! It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but...
Oh god, I don't feel like it. Alright, it's a cafe.
Coffee shop.
There's
Nice.
jazz music, live performances. Talking about things that were in vogue back in the Showa era. Okay.
And then in recent
Was there
years,
something
blah blah
else
blah.
on there? Oh, just more of the mockingbirds. Okay.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, it zooms in. Alright, there's let's talk then, buddy. About my curse stone.
Yako, if you would. Right, we wanted to ask you about this.
Oh my, a curse stone. No comment mask. That must mean the fool's procession. You threw it at the school last night? Damn, they're of all places. Yako, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer?
Please calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me.
Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone?
What would be the best way to approach this?
Boy, I don't know. Let me just throw a real quick save down over here. go right there. Cool.
He doesn't seem like the type to be easily intimidated.
No.
Flatter him.
Let's flatter him.
Just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones.
Well, it is true I'm likely a person most well-versed in this matter.
You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Araishi. Won't you help us, please?
Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask.
Yeah, he's very prideful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries curse stones happening now?
Taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questioning with your subject's origins.
Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you?
No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research.
Then do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows?
What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise.
It's the hair clip, isn't it? In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone.
It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know?
Well, you may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Make something up! Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and I think it could really help your research.
I see. How did you mention it? Huh.
Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about...
Ask about his research. Make him just talk.
Then... What does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection?
Oh, I see. That's what you want to know.
Yeah.
Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates.
Isn't it elucidate?
A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper.
Yeah, okay. God damn it.
The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Simon Tsuchimikado.
Tsuchimikado.
This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this.
Simon Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him.
I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records.
Is that why it's so hard to pronounce?
Or so it is written in the Record of Fates.
Huh.
As brilliant as Seaman was,
Seaman,
he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Hanjo in Edo. The Record of Fates.
I actually think it's Seimon.
Seimon recorded on the road to Edo.
I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself.
The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's specialty, the Taizan Fukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife.
The Fukun ritual.
Fukun ritual, man. He used soul drakes to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that had been called.
Wow, I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it is thought the only one who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. Contents are written in the Record of Fates. And there.
Huh. There's no more? What about the Seven Mysteries or the Curse Stones?
There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. Curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. A curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite.
Huh. That's similar to what Mio said, actually.
What was updated? Onmyoji! Common folk. Perfect.
Rite of
Record of Fates and practitioners. Perfect.
Same.
How are they related?
Excuse me, Mr. Araishi?
What is it, Miss Kurosuzu?
Yeah, you had it right. You published a theory before the incident took place. It is said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that?
You really know your stuff. But about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines.
Oh, really? It was just nonsense then?
Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it.
And that is...
Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple students so passionate about this topic.
Thank you!
This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts related to the record of fates. It was just after Simon, whatever it is, arrived in Hanjo.
Simon.
There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Hanjo.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead.
I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference.
9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual.
I call this tragedy the Hanjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. I suspect that this Hanjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo.
So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Hanjo incident is Seimon's rite of resurrection?
Yes, that is how the record of fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seimon, whatever it is, brought the rite of resurrection to Ito. First that fucking guy. Seimon. We can assume that by this point, Seimon was likely using a different name. In fact,
S-E-I, say.
His name's changing every single time. But then in Hanjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite. The Hanjo incident.
You should just start calling him S.
After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Hanjo. That's more or less the course of events. Okay. Is that going to be the Hanjo incident?
You've called that man so many unfortunate things. Mostly one unfortunate thing. The others are just messed up. Poor guy. You're the one that butchered it so badly. So that's how they're connected. Why is there a bug flying around the room? It looks like a mouse. Then if I'm getting this right, get the fuck out of my face. The 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul drakes necessary for the rite.
Double down. And there's more.
He chuckled. What?
With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I have been even more confident in my theory.
You are?
Yes, the reason for it being, the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones.
Resentful memories?
Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, would you have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind?
Oh, I did.
Exactly. Those memories of what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Hanjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. Will reveal once and for all what happened during the Hanjo incident.
Huh.
That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory for your fool's procession, Yako.
Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Let's do it.
Mio says it's okay. Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession.
Excellent.
Why are your eyes so small?
I hate that he had a little glare there, but...
Yeah. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival.
Interesting. It's not that one. It's not that one.
You struggled with that so bad.
I kept reading one of them when I was scanning through, so I was like, it's not that one then.
Not that one. What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims in the Hanjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is S himself.
Seimon!
Or so I suspect.
Huh? Seimon was one of the victims of the Hanjo incident too? Meaning, an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo.
Right.
That sounds terrifying.
It would make sense that the curse stone tied to the curse echo like that would be special.
The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Meow! Maybe this Seimon's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
Hey, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing! Sorry.
More about the memories.
Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and how the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
What are they about?
First, the Foot Washing Mansion.
Oh, you triggered the
Anamioji
lecture.
appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not him, I'm afraid. A female on Myoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by
Seimon.
him. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So a female on Myoji and rival of Seimon was involved in the Hanjo incident. That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead.
The right of resurrection.
Precisely. This man Jinkichi must have been in contact with him.
It's not that hard to say.
If I could just collect all of the memories, it's easier than fucking it all up.
Seimon.
Everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement in exchanging information with those detectives. They might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own.
Man, I love this soundtrack. Just as I was about to say that, and it stopped.
Well, let's get it back going.
Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was.
Well, I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you?
His sweat drops.
Yeah. It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen.
It won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it.
Fuck.
Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Yeah, runs a soap company. Real weird. Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like.
Huh.
1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, "I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month."
Why'd you say it like that?
And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet.
1 month? She specified the time period?
Yeah. I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so bad to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then.
It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this.
Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me.
Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps?
Yeah, right. I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business.
Uh-huh.
Sounds to me like I know how you got that book. Even if maybe you don't know how you got it, but I think I know. Even if you don't know.
Well, I mean,
Because she's intrinsically tied in this, and she's a lady.
Yeah, but she went after it because it's, the right of resurrection, like...
But I think, she probably knew of the knowledge of it, but wanted it to be birthed. Because that was the thing, is that it needed to be created. So it's like, hey...
By giving it to a teacher? I don't...
Well, no, by having someone that can, like, spread the message of it reasonably, because she can't do anything with it without looking fucking weird.
I guess.
But after that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in the month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are the details I have.
Anything else?
Well, buddy? No. Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing.
Thank you. What might that be?
About Sayman's record.
Saymon. You were so close.
Sayman's record of fates. There's sort of continuation of it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll.
A continuation.
Actually, a section written in his own hand and was apprehended. It was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Hanjo incident, he lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that a tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Hanjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. Supposedly, it details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange?
What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate?
If Saymon died in the Hanjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum.
You really don't get it, do you?
Huh? Am I wrong?
Have you ever gotten the ability Saymon possessed?
You said his name. Of course not. He could use the rite of resurrection. Oh! You're telling me Saymon used it on himself?
The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. If it's not possible, then it is not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place.
But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite.
Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Simon. Saymon. Fucking goddamn, I hate his name.
Saymon! Saymon! Say it! Saymon!
Saymon.
They died in the Hanjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now.
Yeah, we're just falling into someone's trap. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth.
I get it now.
The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Go figure, the one about what to happen when all the souls or when all the curse stones are put in one place. That's what's missing. But I just have the strength to put all the curse stones essentially out there and give them strength. I got played like a fiddle. Supposedly, Saymon's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. I bet that bitch is a descendant. Seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branch.
I bet that bitch is a descendant. Saymon had descendants, so there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. It wasn't well known on Miyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. Seems like that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. Since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. You can just ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fates Yin Scroll, Saymon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes?
Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time. I haven't found a single lead. So if you 2 find out anything other than resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Okay, that's all of this update, which we have all that. We know all that.
I really don't know why you had so much trouble with that. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help.
If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. That's blackmail. Kind of? No, it's not
just
blackmail,
bribery.
but it's bribery. That's just not allowed.
No.
You're a bad teacher.
Street.
My favorite.
I can't read Japanese. We've learned a lot. So to sum it up, get that thing. Thank you. There was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. It's back. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want since it details how to stop the rite. You stop that. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. I am going to fucking kill you so fast. Just her face is so perfect for it. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it is. Evan, I will punch you in real life. How do we start looking for it? She was looking at you and she said, someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curse is involved too. Right.
Well, you know what? We'll go over all this stuff over here after learning all those lore drops. Next time.
Tons of lore.
Yeah, we're getting to the kind of like investigation phase again. Got to get all that information.
Yep.
Just file it all somewhere in your brain and remember it.
Time for me to talk to myself
this
a lot.
This is important for your finals, everybody. So be able to remember to take notes.
I'm gonna be talking to myself so much.
I'll come back in eventually, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's more fun to like bounce off of myself than it is you. Because
Gee, thanks.
Because it lets me like it's all in this one head instead of trying to synergize.
Very true.
When you can't even say a name right. Watch me be pronouncing it wrong too. So we're both just butchering it.
Probably.